Welcome, and thanks for listening to my talk. Researchers have recently started to explain SLA in terms of a complex system in which numerous factors interact in a dynamic way. This interplay takes place within the macro level of a society and culture, the meso level of social environments, including schools, the micro level of personal interactions in family and classrooms, and the nano level with different internal variables. When we want to explain SLA, we need to keep these levels apart. Distal variables on the meso level, such as socioeconomic status, SES, can't influence the learner directly. Direct influence is exerted by proximal interactions on the micro level, which are contained within the distal variable. And there might be additional ones independent of the distal container. And of course, cognitive and linguistic skills influence each other. The proximity of stimulation hypothesis thus claims that effects are best explained using proximal factors as direct point of contact with the learner, which means that proximal factors such as interaction statistically mediate the effect of distal ones such as SES on dependent internal ones such as working memory. And there might be additional proximals with independent effects. Research questions therefore are, do proximal variables statistically mediate the effect of distal variables in this data set? And can part of the variance be explained by independent proximal factors? We looked at 93 German learners of English aged 7 to 11 from regular and immersion programs. We used a test battery for cognitive and L2 skills, classroom videography analyzed with the teacher input observation scheme, and a parental survey for SES and interaction. In this structural equation model, we see, among other things, that proximal parental support partially mediates the effect of SES on working memory, and that teachers' L2 input quality partially mediates the effect of school program on L2 grammar comprehension. An independent micro-level variable, teachers' patience to wait for students' answers, also predicts L2 grammar. And additionally, we find a positive effect of multilingualism on grammar and numerous other ones. So we found support for the proximity hypothesis, both in terms of language and cognition, as well as for a multilingual advantage for L2 grammar, and some other expected effects, all of which you can read in this forthcoming chapter. This stresses once more how important stimulating interactions at home and in school are for children's development, and that they may help level the playing field for socially disadvantaged children. Thank you very much for your attention.